Thank you for joining us in Dre Daly's Kitchen. As you can tell, it's the holiday season. So hoop-de-doo and hickory-dock, and don't forget to sit on my... How are you doing? What we're gonna do today is we're gonna be making a couple of drinks. The first one we're going to be making is called the Naughty Reindeer, and he's naughty. It is really simple to make. Here's what you're going to need. Ice, a mason jar or a martini shaker, a glass, cranberries, a muddler, mint, fresh, ginger ale, we like to use Canada Dry, and vodka or gin, and we're gonna be using Phillips. We're also gonna be using about 1/3 of a lemon. If you have a Myers lemon, that is the way to go. Unfortunately, we could not get them right now. What you're going to do is, we're gonna be making one drink, so we're only gonna be using probably about 5 to 10 cranberries. That should be plenty. You could make a full jar of this vodka right now and just keep that in the back of the fridge so you can make these drinks throughout the evening. And probably 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 mint leaves. We don't need to measure the vodka right now because we're going to be measuring it as we pour it into the glass. So all you're going to want to do is cover your berries and then take your muddler and start muddling. Also, if you're an aggressive shaker, you can just put it in the martini shaker and shake the living out of it with some ice cubes in it. That works well too. This is much more fun. Smell that. Sniff this, nerd. It smells wonderful. Now, what we're going to do is prep our glass with ice. I like to throw a couple of cranberries in there just for the look. You should still be able to get fresh cranberries at your local grocery store. And then, if you want, you can throw a little mint in there. Here's where we will take our lemon juice. And that is, like I said, about 1/3 of a lemon. You can go lighter or heavier depending on what your preference is. So you're gonna take this, and if you have a strainer, great. I'm just gonna 2-finger it right now. Look at the great color on that. Look at me spill too. It's my second one. It's really not. Dump that in. Then you are gonna top it off with icy cold ginger ale. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can garnish that with a slice of lemon. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Naughty Reindeer. Tastes like Christmas time. And now on to our second drink. This one is called the Snow Globe. What you're going to need is a glass, some rosemary, vodka, and club soda. Not tonic water, mind you, club soda. So what you're gonna do is, what you're gonna need is you're going to need your glass, a piece of tape. We have this very nice one that's gonna work well for our purposes. A piece of rosemary, and I needed a string because my glass isn't quite long enough, or short enough. So you're gonna just tie the rosemary onto said string. Careful, because you're gonna want to be able to take the string off, so it needs to serve its purpose and then leave. Oh, my strings got twisted. There we go. Just a little bit more on there. The rosemary smells wonderful. Now you're gonna come on here, string it through with ease. Nope. String it through with ease. Oh, look at it go. And then put your tape on. Now what you want to do is, if you don't want to touch I don't want the water to touch the tape, that's fine. Use filtered water. And this is glass, so you don't want to go up too high. But then what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to try to get your cute little piece of rosemary, which is going to be your Christmas tree, centered as best you can. Try to get it centered best you can. Now this is where this tape comes in real handy, because now I can go like this and shoosh it a little bit and see where adjustments need to be made. Is it dire that it's exactly centered? No. Put that in the freezer and we will see you in a bit. And now that it's frozen, we're gonna take it out of the freezer and warm up the sides just a little bit so you can see. And very carefully remove the tape. Because remember I said you gotta be careful putting the string on there. That comes off. And there we have our cute little Christmas tree inside the snow globe. We are going to add our vodka, and we're gonna do 1 shot vodka. Try to get it on the rosemary if you can, just to get, we're gonna go a little bit more because this is a bigger glass. And then we're gonna come in with our club soda. If you have a soda stream, use that. You need something that bubbles. You could probably use the ginger ale if you wanted to, but it adds too much color in my opinion. Now here we go. Bring it right up to the top. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the snow globe. How does it look? It's like magic. Thank you very much for joining us for this very special Dre Daly's Kitchen. Here's to you and your family. Hope you have a safe holiday season. And just so you know, Magic Box Productions also does fun holiday things, such as Rinaldo's holiday special. I'm going to put a little bit of a preview in here. This is something we made in 2020. There have been a couple of sequels made, and we are currently working on the next sequel. Just thought if you get a chance, check it out. You know, your Christmas present to us here at Magic Box Productions. Happy holidays.
That really happened. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to tell you a story, and you'll think, huh? Now did that really happen? And give your answer in the comments down below by telling me either, oh, that really happened, or no, that did not happen. Now please keep in mind that some names and locations have been changed to protect some shady motherfuckers. So, here we go with that really happened. Now that's an attention getter.
I was 5 years old. It was Christmas Eve. I was a good boy, too. My mother, my father, and me were around the tree. My father said that he would be right back. I asked him, "Where you going, Daddy?" "Just going to get a beer, my Christmas beer, Daddy's tradition." That's what he said. Then he looked at me and said, "Be a good boy, you're my little man of the house." And he left. I never looked at him the same since. After Daddy left, me and Mother played and laughed. When we started singing carols, we heard a noise in the yard. I was scared, but my mother reminded me that I was the man of the house. I crept over to the window to see what the racket was. There was nothing. I ran over to turn the porch light on and back to the window. Still nothing. But when I turned around, there he was. Santa. There was Santa Claus, and I was so pissed that my father was not there to see him. No baseball game, wrestling match, or demolition derby could ever make up for him missing this moment. Santa sat down and started giving presents out of his bag. My mother brought him cookies and touched his shoulder. I remember thinking that she only touched Daddy like that. I started opening my presents but stopped.
Do you have anything in your sack for me?
My mother asked. At such a tender age, I did not realize what she meant. He handed her a small blue box. She started to smile and cried as she opened it. I asked Santa,
Where's my daddy?
He told me that Daddy was with the most important people in his life. My mother teared up, smiled, and hugged Santa. I thought that we were the most important people in Daddy's life. Who was he with? My mother and Santa sent me to bed. Well, they tried to. I wanted to stay up and wait for Daddy, but was so tired. I did the best thing that I could. I waited until Santa left. As that son of a bitch went out the door, I kissed Mother and ran off to my room. Like clockwork, Mother was in to give me a goodnight kiss. I pretended to sleep. After she left, I jumped from my bed and put my rubbers on. I climbed out my window, and as I walked to the front yard, I saw something that no child should ever see. I looked in the living room window and saw my mother washing Santa's North Pole. The things I saw, the noises I heard, they will haunt me.
Now, down in the comments, you tell me, did that really happen? Or did that not really happen?